What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you guys doing tonight? Well, as you can see, I have the freaking Freddy triage right behind me, because they are most likely trying to resurrect Freddy and get revenge on me for owning them last year. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means? It's time for Cinetober, and we are at Season 5! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Season 5! It's honestly hard to believe that we have made it 5 years of Cinetober, surviving not only The Walking Dead, but Silent Hill as well, and even the Battles of Hell. That was a tough one. And the other two, well, they were, I had an easy first 2 years. Then all of a sudden, for some reason, me reviewing movies started irritating a lot of things. I don't know why. But for some reason, me reviewing these movies is going to be what I'm going to have to do to combat them, or at least to slow the process down. And as you can see, they're holding hostage my Dark Magician deck back there, so I can't use my old tricks like last time. Don't worry. I think I got a plan. If you see any of these things move, seriously, someone call the police. But okay, so what am I going to be talking about today? Well, as I remember blankly, I said I was going to continue the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. And as much as I would love to talk about Wes Craven's new Nightmare, because I'm frankly in a new Nightmare, we are going to be talking about the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh boy. This is going to be about as fun as that time I was sitting on the toilet in college and screaming in pain, feeling like I was passing a buttload of rocks. Because that's what it felt like. Alright, so, but a little bit of a history lesson, I swear it won't take long. The remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street, I watched it because I had no access to the original. I had no access to the originals back then, when back around that time in 2010. My gosh, I am old. Don't let my girlfriend see that. She'll record it and put it everywhere. But I had no way to watch the originals, even though there was a video store and I would go and I would rent them all the time. I would rent almost any horror movie you could think of. But I watched the original, or I watched the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I watched the remake of Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all of them. I thought they were good films. Oh boy was I wrong, because then I watched the originals and I woke up. It felt good. So, okay, before I get into the negatives, and trust me, there's a lot, I'm going to get into actually some of the things I liked about this film. First, number one, our villain, Freddy Krueger, who was played by Jackie Earle Haley, and I gotta say, I think he does an amazing job playing Freddy Krueger, putting his own little spin on it. He doesn't crack that many jokes. He's more taking this personal than Freddy did in the original films. But like one thing I did like that they did is whenever Freddy was chasing the kids, he did like this little scissor thing with his fingers. It was something new. It was a little twitch that he added to the character, and I liked that. I thought that was really cool that the actor was adding something new to this character. I love that. Second thing I loved, one of the teenagers, played by Katie Cassidy, she plays the character Chris, which we actually find out is the remake's version of Tina, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Katie Cassidy, I honestly feel like is one of the only few actors in this film, besides Jackie Earle Haley, who actually tries and looks like she's actually giving it her all and not miserable, and is not looking like she's trying to take a dump throughout the entire film. I loved Katie Cassidy. She actually had bags under her eyes. She actually looked like she had not slept in days. She looked like she did anything she could to get prepared for the role. I greatly respect her as an actress. Thank you. Bravo. Next thing I liked, I actually did enjoy how they kind of were trying to play up more of a legend and kind of a somewhat backstory to Freddy's powers, and even somewhat of his origin, with it going back to the legend of the pipeline, or the pipe story, or however you pronounce it. And basically foreshadowing about how the man is betrayed by a town, so he gets revenge by taking all their children. Well, in this one, they kind of imply that he's going after the children to get revenge on the parents, but that was a callback to the original. Now, another thing I did like about the remake is they made Freddy going after the kids more personal, because in the original, he was going after the kids to get revenge for being caught and being murdered by the parents, for them burning him alive. He came back, made a deal with the dream demons, and he was going to go after the children of the parents who killed him. In this, they made it to basically where the children were responsible for his death, or they did the right thing and they got him killed. Like, you know, the movie really plays with this idea of maybe Freddy was innocent and maybe the parents just overreacted and they killed an innocent man. I like that idea, and actually they go with Wes Craven's original idea, and that was he was actually wanting Freddy Krueger to be a pedophile originally, and that's what they reveal that he is in this film. And I also liked how they had Freddy personally choosing Nancy. Because, like, in the original, Nancy, the only reason she was the one that was around because she was the last one to survive. So that's why he chose her, was because she was the only one who was left alive, and I like that they gave it a reason, like he just chose her, so that's why he spends all this time focusing on Nancy, leaving her for last. Oh, another thing that I liked in this movie was this one shot, and it involves with Nancy going into the pharmacy to get Quentin, and she starts having the micro naps. There we go. She starts experiencing the micro naps, and it transitions from the pharmacy to the boiler room. And so I thought that was a really cool shot. Him just like walking down the boiler room and it changing. That was a cool shot. That's pretty much all I do like in this film. Because, oh my gosh, the rest of this movie is a freaking dumpster fire. Number one, the rest of the actors, oh my gosh, I don't even really feel like that they try. They honestly look like they're miserable in this film. They do not want to be here. Especially Kyle Gowner, who I swear, every single time I see him on screen in anything, he looks like he's about to cry. I'm like, dude, smile for goodness sake. If you sat on something, pull it out. If you got like a rock in your shoe, get rid of it. Just please, smile. Act like you care. Act like you're not about to have a mental breakdown. Oh my freaking gosh. And he replaces Glenn's character. And I was like, you don't even hold a candle. You don't even hold anything compared to the original character. At all. You didn't add anything new. Nothing. And then we get to Rooney Mara. Oh boy, Rooney Mara. Rooney Mara is Nancy in this film, which in all honesty, I want to switch the roles. I want Rooney Mara to play Chris and die, and I want Katie Cassidy to play Nancy and live. Because Rooney Mara holds nothing to the original character of Nancy that Heather Langenkamp so brilliantly brought us, making Nancy a fun character. Oh my gosh, no. Heather Langenkamp is a great actress, and she makes the character so lifelike and such a wonderful and strong person. Rooney Mara, oh my gosh. I have heard that she did not like being in this movie, and this movie almost made her quit acting. I don't know if that was just because of the script, or just because she had no passion for doing a horror movie. But here's my thing though, me being an actor myself, if you have no passion besides doing a check, why did you do it? Unless it was for the money. But you can tell, she does not care. She's just like, okay, I'll go to bed. Why are you doing this? What happened? I'm always hearing this song. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I'm like, oh my gosh, please put some emotion. Please, you're hurting the character. So yeah, she throughout this entire movie does not look like she cares. She always has like this expression that she's wanting to go take a dump, but they tell her that she can't yet until she's done filming. It honestly looks like they just said, okay, we're going to start, and then when we stop, the filming is done. When we stop, the movie is done. It looks like she had to take a crap, and she couldn't decide, okay, do I go now, or do I go later? It's like she was in that Family Guy universe, where everybody had to take a poop just now, but no one will go. That's how painful it was watching her performance. And then we get Thomas Dekker, who is the replacement of Rod in the original. Doesn't really do much, you know, besides the fact that he saw Chris die. Oh, and the deaths. Oh my gosh, the deaths. Okay, so another thing is they try to do homages to the original deaths in the film. Yeah, but here's the thing though. They use too much CGI. It is a automatic fail. An epic fail, as Filmmaster Adam would say. And actually, he did. He did say that this movie was an epic fail. But the deaths in this movie are too filled with CGI. It looks lazy, especially like some of the deaths were used for practical effects. Heck, a lot of the deaths were used in practical effects. And it showed that they really cared. And this, it just seems blatantly lazy and terrible. Oh, and one more important aspect. When it came to the original, and when the characters were dreaming, the original sucks you into the world so much that you cannot tell when they are dreaming. The very first time you watch the film, you cannot tell if the characters are dreaming or not. And that was something that was amazing that they were able to accomplish back then. This, oh, they pretty much give you like an epic warning, warning, this is a dream, this is a dream, this character is dreaming, they're about to die. Here's Freddy. warning, warning, warning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're hitting us over the head with it so much, it's actually beginning to hurt. And another thing. Okay, so the whole entire thing with Freddy and why he's in the boiler room. Number one, he worked in the boiler room. Number two, that's where he took the kids that he killed. And number three, that's where he died. He was murdered in the boiler room. So that's why the boiler room is so synonymous with Krueger, is because that's where he did his work, that's where he did his other work, and that's where he was killed. The remake has nothing to do with it. The only reason it's there is because it has to be, and it's Freddy. That is the only reason it has to be here, and it just feels like a spit in the face of the character. Final verdict, I'm giving this movie a D-. I'm going to give it a D-. The only good thing about this film is Katie Cassidy and Jackie Earle Haley. Robert De Niro, that's probably the wrong person. But Robert Englund, there we go. I'll cut that out. I'll cut this out too. Robert Englund brought the character of Freddy Krueger to life, and he is actually one of the only few. Him and Brad Dourif are honestly one of the only few actors to stay in their roles and not have them switched up. Michael Myers has been played by different people. Jason has been played by different people. But Chucky and Freddy have been played by the same person. I don't know if Pinhead has been played by the same person, but a lot of the people who play their horror icons do not stay in that role for very long. That was not the same with Robert Englund. He stayed in the role even when it got terribly bad. He still gave it his all, and I respect him for that. May Wes Craven rest in peace. Thank you for giving us a Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'm actually starting to get tired now. And I'm hoping that Freddy does not come and try to kill me in my dreams, because I don't got the strength for it. Guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this first episode of Cinetober. I have no idea what the animatronics are going to throw at me next, but we will definitely come across that next time. Alright guys, so what do you got for me? What the? Oh no, I go from one nightmare to the next. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join me next time on the next episode of Cinetober. We're gonna go over Leatherface. Have a good night, guys, and dream well.